It is video that is as shocking as it is shameful. A 13-year-old Nadine Corey getting beat up, dragged through the streets, put in a tree, and then hung from a fence post by 7 schoolmates. And the fact that some onlookers didn't help proves that bullying is a problem that many are too afraid to deal with. Please welcome Nadine, his mother. I'm sorry. Nadine?
Yes.
Okay.
Nadine.
You don't mind if I said Nadine? Nadine, right?
Yeah, Nadine.
Okay. We're all friends. Nadine, his mother, Rebecca, and his stepdad, Eric. So, let's start with you. These kids were bullying you. The school goes up to the 12th grade. Okay? You come there, you're working hard, you're a pretty good kid. What are they picking on you for, and what did they say to you?
They'll mess with me because I'm one of the smallest ones, and because when we first moved around the area, they saw that my mom was African, and they made fun of my mom a lot.
They made fun of your mom because she was an African and because she had dark skin and an accent. And what did they say to you in the beginning before they did this really awful thing?
They used to just come over and say smart things. They'll they'll call me names, and then they'll go over back to their friends and make fun about it. And the teacher will just sit there and just watch it and not say anything.
Teacher didn't do anything. So on January 11th, 7 older boys from this school attacked you, dragged you on the ground, put you on a tree. You fell off. They put you up again. What did you do? Did you scream? Did you try to fight back? What was it like?
At first, my friend had just told me to just leave me alone, but then they did it, and they tackled him. After he tried to tell them to leave me alone, they tackled him. And then I was calling for help, and like 3 other people walked by, and none of them did anything. The first person had walked by at first and thought we were just playing. And then when it was all done, she had helped me get from off the gate, and then she had took me home.
At first you thought you were playing, and then she took you home. Rebecca, you must have just been horrified. What was this like for you?
I don't even like watching it.
You can't even watch these tapes?
I don't.
Yes, I can imagine.
When the police told you, I want to go back first, Nate, and you said it was okay for us to use that footage, and I know that's brave of you. You are a young man of incredible fortitude.
Thank you.
When you see that, what does that make you feel like?
I get angry every time I see it.
Sure, of course. And Rebecca, when you found out, because it wasn't known right away that these videos were posted on YouTube, the police ended up telling you that that's where they were. Did you have any hesitation before you watched it? And what happened the first time you're seeing this as a mom? I can't imagine that.
Yeah, the first time I watched it, the tape, I just broke down. It was something that no parents want to see. It's like,
of course not.
And my husband even rushed me to the emergency that night, because I couldn't even sit there watching it.
She was really emotional. She couldn't stand up. She was out of it. It was too much.
And you, Eric, I mean, as Needham's stepdad, that had to, as a man, you had to feel...
Well, I was furious.
Sure.
I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have did something.
Yeah, and it's just, and then you said, Needham, you mentioned the woman who passed by originally, came back, got you, and essentially rescued you, put you in her car, chased away the bullies, correct?
Yes.
And then she came to your door, Rebecca. So this woman, you're just having a normal day. A woman comes to your door and says, your son's been attacked, he was put in a tree, they were hanging him on a fence. What happens?
First, when she was saying that, I said, what? What? Until I saw him coming back with the car and happened walking. I said, what happened? And he said, Mommy, I got jumped. I said, by who? And he called one person name, but I recognized that person that he called because they live back of the house where we live. And, you know, as any other mother, I would just didn't know what to do. I went through the house, went through the back door.
You went to the house of one of the boys that Needham recognized and identified, and you talked to the mom.
Yes.
What did she say?
She said, oh, I'm sorry, boy. You can press charges. I said, oh, yeah, but I just called the cop. They're on their way right now. And right within that time, the cop came. But when she told me her son was not home, when the cop came, he was home. He was in the basement. And the cop got him out and asked him questions. He said he stood there, he watched his friends did it, but he was not part of it.
And the mother had said to you, well, I can't control him either.
That's the word.
We can't do it either.
Let me, I just want to know, Nana's, how long had this been going on? How long had these guys been?
Since the beginning of the year, since September.
Since last September?
This is the third time this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, before,
Yeah.
Did you go to the school? Did you I mean, this is not the first time. What happened when you went? Do you want to tell us what happened when you and your wife went to the school, or did you go to the school?
I did went to the school.
She went to the school.
And
I was at work at the time. I didn't find out about it till later on that evening when I got in.
But
What
this had
happened when you
happened
went
two
to the
other
school
times
earlier to protest about this?
When I went to the school, I talked to the principal. She called me in the office with Sana, and we talked about it. And she said that the only thing we can do right now, can you keep him home tomorrow?
Keep him home.
And I said, why? She said, for his own safety, so we can see how we can talk to the boys and stop doing what they're doing, or so we can investigate and see what happened. So I said, okay. And every time she said that, I would say, okay. And then the first time, she telling me to keep him home.
Just keep him home, keep him home. Now you're going to homeschool him, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that he can't even go back to school. These boys, the bigger boys who did this to you, were just arrested. What do you want to happen to them?
I want justice to happen. I want something equivalent or even more for what they did to me. I want it to happen to them.
Well, they're not going to be hung from a tree.
No, not, I'm talking about
You
punishment.
want them to be punished.
By law.
By law.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you?
What they
I'm
did.
sorry. I just wanted to ask you a question because you and I had a slight conversation earlier. Tell me what you want to be when you grow up.
A Marine.
A Marine. And I just want to point out your sister sitting over there. She wants to be an OBGYN. I just want to point that out.
Good future ahead of you.
You know?
I see a Marine in you.
Yeah.
I sure do.
Well, you know, we wanted you all to be here, and we're going to ask you to stay with us. But we wanted you to be here because bullying is not, you're not the only example. And the school does so little. Keep them home, keep them home, keep them home. And the fact that people drove by and didn't stop for you, it's such an important story, and you're very brave to come on. We want you to stay with us. We may have some surprises. We'll be right back.
The 13-year-old caught on video getting bullied, Nadine Corey, his parents Rebecca and Eric, and we're joined now by the chief of ABC News Law and Justice Unit, Chris Cuomo. Welcome, Chris. Can
I just tell a little bit about the family? You have 4 children, Rebecca?
Yes.
You've got your daughter whom we met and your wonderful son, 4-year-old and 1-year-old together because you're fairly new married, and you're expecting another one.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you've obviously brought up 2 wonderful kids, and we're sure the others will be as well.
Yep, thank you.
We're so thankful that you guys are here and sharing this story. Chris, I want to ask you something. The 7 boys who were arrested are between the ages of 13 and 17, correct?
Right.
Tell us what's going to happen to them, and is there any chance that they'd be tried as an adult?
To be tried as an adult, there would have had to have been a weapon involved, or this would have had to been a potential homicide. Anything under 21 years of age, you get treated as a juvenile. That said, this case has been taken very seriously by the authorities, by the police. There's significant charges at a hearing just yesterday. The judge said these kids will be held for at least a week for evaluation and pending these charges, so they're taking it very seriously.
But what about the school? Could parents, for example, could Rebecca and Eric sue? I mean, we hear, and this has happened in other cases. You go to the school, nothing happens. What they were told was, keep them home. How long can you keep them home? Is there anything you can do with the schools?
That's the right question, Barbara, and you can always sue, right? The question is, will you win? The real deal...
And it takes forever and a lot of money
The real
to sue,
deal is, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. And I don't say that. You know how I feel about the 3 of you and how brave I think you are, and I think you are a hero to me. If kids do what you do...
Why are you going to lose?
The problem's going to go. Because there's too much money. And they run scared. And the only time the school takes the situation seriously is during litigation. You see it for yourself in your own story. Twice they ask things to happen. They tell her to keep her kid home. The school superintendent comes forward and says, hey, by the way, that opportunity school where this happened, that's not the main high school. The main high school is great. So they get their PR in order. This moment is the most important moment, Barbara, because now these kids have big charges against them. Maybe they're going to be spending time in juvie, but will that school change? Will they make it so that this type of behavior is unacceptable in the school? Usually, no, and that's the shame.
Could this be the example?
That's what we want. That's why Nadine is such a hero, because to come forward and say, look what happened to me. I'm not ashamed of it. I want change. These schools need it. We talk about bullying all the time. All of you will shake your head and say, I hate this. But we don't do anything about it, and that's why it keeps happening.
Are you at all afraid that any of the friends of these other kids might still do something to you?
50-50. Not really sure because we moved away from those kids, so
You've
I'm
moved
not
your
sure.
house, but you're not moving out of the state.
No.
No, you're going to stay. Nobody's going to chase you away from where you're living.
And that's the strength of his example.
It is.
That is the strength of Nathan's example. That he stays.
You know, to Chris's point, a lot of 13-year-old young men would maybe not even want to talk about this. What made you want to come here? What's your message?
Maybe if other people can hear what happened, maybe somebody can step in and help. Maybe somebody can help stop it. Maybe because next time it's not just gonna be me. It's gonna be somebody else. Somebody smaller than me. Maybe the other people are gonna be bigger than them, and somebody can really get hurt.
How scared were you?
I'm really scared. I was scared for my life. I thought when they was putting me on the gate, I thought maybe it would poke my body, or cause under the gate is like it's more twists, like a little pool in there. So I thought I was gonna fall in there. I was gonna hurt my neck or something.
Nathan?
And if it hadn't been on video, these kids wound up doing us the biggest favor, because out of bravado, they put it on videotape, they put it online. Had the school not seen that, maybe they would have done nothing.
Wait, how many of these cases
But they were
do we
forced
not
into
see?
action by that video. These kids wound up being the key to their own downfall.
Nathan, you are an extraordinary man.
Thank
you really are. You're so brave. And, you know, not only do we think that, we did a little research, okay? Because you mean a lot to us now and forever. And we know that you're a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan. And some in our audience here. And there are some guys here that also want to tell you just how brave you are. Please welcome Pro Bowl wide receiver Djacc Jackson, center Jamal Jackson, and God Hermes. They are here for you.
How you doing, man? You all good?
I have to tell you guys that these guys changed their plans. Djacc changed his plans. Everybody changed their plans because they wanted to make sure that they were here to be with you.
Well, you know, first off, you know, we're very blessed to be here, and you know, I was just sitting back in the back room, you know, looking at the video, man. And first and foremost, man, I want to say you're brave, because this happens every day, and people are not, you know, brave enough to stand up and take this on. And you know, man, bro, for real, you doing it, man. And I just want to say, man, I appreciate you, bro, for real, man. Hey, this for you right here, bro. Anytime ever you need us, I got 2 linemen right here, man. Anytime you need some help, my boy's ready to come put it down, man.
Definitely. Anything ends up happening again, you just let us know. We got you.
We got a lot of wet eyes right now.
One phone call away.
Yeah, us too. Just so you know, us too.
That's right.
So what do you think of all this?
I want to thank all y'all for what y'all did, taking time out of your lives to come see me. Just so you know, maybe my favorite player on the whole Eagles team.
I don't know if they told them this or not, but we're going to hook it up so you can come to any game you want this year with your family.
Well, this is a special time
This is
for all
a
of us.
special day today. You know, Nathan, gosh, you know, you're touching the hearts of so many people right now. You guys to come here and know that they are not, okay, we used to be in Philadelphia. They are close. You just, you know, a little number there. Is there a message you guys want to give to kids out there who are
Well, actually,
either going through it?
I have a friend of mine that runs a program. It's called IChooseToLive.com, and they have an event, and it's for anti-bullying and anti-depression. And we would like to invite you and your family out to come check that out. It'll be a big message.
That are really wrapping their arms around this cause right now, and guys like Naden.
Stuff like that.
Thank you guys so much. We want to thank Deshaun, Jamal, and Todd, and of course Naden, our serious hero today, and his parents, Eric and Rebecca, and his sister,
who also
love
looked
them
out.
all. And we will be right back. Thank you so much.
I have asthma, and when my symptoms came back, I get this tightness in my chest.
So I went back to my doctor again. We chose Symbicort to help control my asthma symptoms all day and night.
Symbicort improves my lung function starting within 15